Breaks Gaming. Today's episode, we are going to be completing the second floor of the base. If you did watch the last episode, we completed the majority of the construction on the second floor. We just did not get to put in the windows or the roof because it was nighttime, there were mobs everywhere, and the video had already dragged on for a really long time. But what I am going to be doing today in this episode is completing the windows, completing the roof, and customizing the interior of the second floor to this base. Oh, no. Not today. Where did he go? Hello? Where's he at? Oh, no. But in order to go ahead and complete this, and if you're wondering, why is there a block here? Well, that is simply because there was a lot of mobs spawning in after I stopped recording the last episode, and there was a big risk of a bunch of spiders and things just coming down here, and I did not want that to happen. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to craft some slabs for the roof, because I mentioned in the last episode that's how I'm going to make the roof, is with slabs. And I'm going to get a bunch of sand as well. So I want as much slabs as possible right now. And then, am I seriously out of... I'm out of wood? There's no way I'm out of wood. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go get some more wood. Actually, you know what? Forget it. I don't need wood. I just need a bunch of sand. I can get sand with my hands for the windows. I was gonna go get more wood because I was planning on making a wooden shovel and making this go a bit quicker. But I feel like it's not really worth another segment of mining wood when I can just use my hands, and I've already got 13 pieces of sand. Now, I believe water is gonna pour in if I break, yeah. So, I'm gonna fill this in eventually. Why are we not going in here? But I'm going to fill all this in eventually, like I just said. I want to get some sand, and I want to throw this in the furnace and just get the smelting process started. That is smelting, and while that's going, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to start the roof for the second floor. Now, this is the more circular layout that we were going with because I chose the more of a lookout tower look. Now, I do have some pretty cool ideas for the interior. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do it. I'm thinking I want to move my bed and another crafting table and another furnace and a bunch of chests right up here, and there'll be a window here. And then I'm thinking I want to have either, and I'm probably going to end up customizing this multiple times throughout the series, but I'm thinking I'm either going to have bookshelves lining here and a big carpet in the middle, so I'm gonna have to find a bunch of sheep. And if you guys have been following the series, you'll know that finding sheep and this map does not actually mix very well. Sheep are not real in this world, but I need my slabs, and go up here. Need my axe, because I want to break you. Nope. Then I'm gonna start just building away. So this is what I was trying to explain in the last episode of how I wanted to do the base. I didn't want it to just be an angled, like, triangular roof, but I didn't want it to just be completely flat. I wanted it to have this little edge right here. So I'm gonna do this and then just fill it in as we go. Now, I'm debating doing a time lapse, but I said this in the last video as well. I'll do time lapses like gathering a lot of materials. I know I didn't do it with the sand because it was only 13 sand, But I feel like if I do a time lapse and I just speed through building the actual base, that'll be like, then what's the point then? Because the whole point of this episode is building the second floor of the base, so I feel like if I just speed through it, then it'll just be kind of like a waste of time. But I am going to have to go and get more wood in a minute. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to. I hope that I can complete this with what I have. I don't think it's gonna cut it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it will. I got two. Yeah, no, it's not. Alright, so we have this, so I am going to do a time lapse and I'm going to get more wood, come back up here, and just start filling everything in. Right, so now we are heading back up to the second floor, and I think I have more than enough slabs. At least I hope I do. Imagine, watch this not be enough slabs to finish this roof. I would be genuinely angry about that. Do that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, that one, that one, that one, and we'll put you there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Do I have any more dirt? Yeah, I do. It's my hot bar. I didn't even notice. But I'm gonna tower up here so I can get a better angle at doing this. What is going on here? Oh, that's where when I finished off last time. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put you here. We're gonna put you there. Come on, come on. Doing that. Doing that. And can I get up here? No. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Alright, I'm gonna break down this dirt really quick. Now this second floor is actually looking a lot cooler than I thought it would. I thought I was going to mess up the circular shape of it really badly, but it actually came out really cool. Now, all of the sand by now should be done smelting. So once I complete it, I doubt it's going to be enough for all the windows. It was 13 or 21 sand, whatever it was. I really doubt that it's gonna be enough for all the windows, so I'm probably gonna have to jump back down and get more. But I'm gonna finish up this roof here. Once it's done, I'm gonna go put in the windows, and then I think after I put in the windows, I'm gonna put a trap door in. I'm gonna put a trap door in so there isn't just a constant hole in the floor. Yeah, I got more than enough slabs for this. But I'm going to put a trapdoor in so there's not a constant hole in the floor. And then I'm going to probably just move my bed and make another furnace and a crafting table and move them up here. I'm going to break this dirt down really quick. We got that. Alright, I'm going to head back down. I'm going to grab, come on, go. Nope, nope, there we go. Now, I do want to put a torch in there. I'm going to do that on my way back up, actually. Alright, we got 21 glass. So what I want to do is... How am I going to do this? I don't know. It's fine for now, honestly. No, why am I holding... Alright, so we're going up, and I'm gonna put it to walk in. This is where my bed is gonna be, so we're gonna start by putting... Yeah, I feel like just one of these is going to take up all the glass. I'm gonna need a lot. Yeah, look at that. I went from 21 to 3, and that's just one window. So we got that. Alright, am I able to jump out here and land in water? I could try. Come on, come on, come on. No. Oh my god. That was dumb. I don't know why I did that. I thought I could land in the water. I thought I could. Thought I could have a pro gamer moment. But I didn't. Alright, so I'm putting this back in here. Collecting all my things. Putting you back up. I'm gonna need to get a lot more sand, so I'm gonna start by digging sand. Come on, why am I lagging so bad? All I want is sand, and you give me lag. All I ask is for sand, and you give me lag. Nothing but lag. Alright, we got that. I need to find a new place. Not a new place where there's sand over there. Why? Why am I not over there? Now I think I do have a bunch of ideas for expanding the base besides the second floor, because I want to expand it outwards, not just upwards, so I don't just have that tiny space in the bottom floor. And I also want to at some point have a basement. So I go in here, come on, it is lagging. But look at that, that genuinely looks cool. We got the farm, we have the second floor, we have the first room and the back room on the first floor. But finally I found more sand. So collecting all of this sand. Sand, 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 sand. I want sand. I find it really annoying when this happens, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this. So, you'll be playing Minecraft, and you'll be mining a block, and basically this happens. And you move away, like, right before it's about to break, because you thought it was going to break, but it wasn't, and then didn't break, and it's always some crazy block that you takes forever to mine. Oh my gosh, oh, it's flooding. We're flooding, we're flooding, we're flooding, we're flooding, oh my gosh. So we're mining this sand here. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not doing a time lapse for mining this sand, the reason is actually because I'm going to do a time lapse of actually smelting it, because I feel like if I did a time lapse now, then I just have to do another time lapse again. So I feel like I'll just mine the sand, talk about the plants or the base, and then do the time lapse, because I feel like it makes more sense. Because it's like you do a time lapse and then right back into a time lapse. I mean, I could do one continuous time lapse, but then you're gonna have like a 3-minute long time lapse. Alright, so I'm gonna mine my way out of here. And that should do it for the windows, because 13 sand got me 21 blocks of glass, so I have 64, almost 2 stacks actually. So that should get me plenty of sand to finish the windows with. So I'm gonna cut these down here and just dig my way out. And then, nope, there's birch tree. Mr. Birch Tree's in the way, but look at that, it just looks cool. I think we built an awesome looking base, and it's not even done yet, it's still being built. There's so much more ideas that I have to add to this base, but I do want to expand the farm. I don't know whether I want to build a greenhouse or something like that. I think I might just clear out this whole area and fill it with wheat and water, like up here. And I need to fill that in. But going in here, closing the door, because I do not want any creepers or any funny business coming up behind me. While that is smelting, I'm gonna go and fill in this with some slabs. I think if you're actually wondering why these holes are here. That's not what I wanted to do, but it can stay there. I was recording, no, I finished recording, I believe it was the first or second episode, and when I was leaving the world, a creeper blew up here and in there. Or no, I think it just blew up there. Something happened there and something happened here. But anyways, the sand is smelting. This is how far along it is. Cue the sand smelt time lapse. So the time lapse actually didn't work. I don't know what happened. It just didn't. The time lapse didn't time lapse. That's what happened. But we are at 43 blocks of glass with 21 smelting. So I am actually going to sleep. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to see how many of these windows I can complete with this 43 blocks of glass, because I think each one takes about 19. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, they actually take 15. Okay. So we'll do all that in here. I really hope that I don't have to go on another sand run, and I can just build these windows and then move my bed up here and then be done with it, which looks like that's gonna be the case. It is raining now, but I'm gonna need, yeah, I need 2 more and that'll be it. And then if I'm able to sleep through the night, I'm going to, and then I'm gonna go look for sheep. Yes, I can. Okay. So we are sleeping. The root fell from a what? Okay. So what do we have smelting? I'll take that. Stop burning my coal. We'll put that in there. Go finish up the window. Now, once I move my bed up here, I'm gonna make another chest and another furnace and a carpet. Now, I think what I'm honestly going to do for the back room or bedroom right now is honestly just storage. I'm going to just make a boatload more chests and put them all in here. But I'm going to take this. And do I have? Yes, I have. No, I don't have. Okay. No, wait. I have a crafting table and don't even have enough to make a furnace. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to move the bed and the crafting table up here in the arrangement that I want them all in. Say we'll put you there, and we'll put the crafting table there, and I'll put the furnace there. And then I'm gonna put these all up here. Now go on in there. Alright. Now I'm trying to think. So I'm actually going to rearrange these torches. Alright, we'll have one torch there. We'll have another, come on, we'll have another torch there. Another torch, and another torch. Alright, so this is the completed upstairs lookout post slash just upstairs bedroom that we've completed. We have the 4 windows, each with 15 blocks of glass. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 blocks tall, I'm gonna say, because of the slabs. And then we have the bed and the crafting table. Set my respawn point. Now, I'm going to... do I have... I think I have enough stone to make a pickaxe. Not a pickaxe, a stone sword. So I'm going to do that if I remember how. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go look around, and I'm gonna attempt. I'm gonna look for some sheep, not a creeper. I said sheep. But before I go look for some sheep, we have to just admire this base. Look at that. Look at that. That's what we've just completed. Look how symmetrical. I mean, it's symmetrical, but the post is a bit off. But I'm gonna go run around for a few minutes. Get away from me, creeper. I'm gonna try to find some sheep. And I'm gonna find sheep, make the carpet, and if I don't find sheep, I think that will really just wrap things up until the next episode. The next episode, I think, honestly, what I'm going to do in the next episode is I'm going to expand the farm. Because I don't want to have this tiny little wheat farm. I want to have a giant wheat farm. So, next episode, I'm going to be completely revamping the entire farm. The whole video is just going to be focused on the farm. I know these aren't sheep, but I still need the food. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. How did you not... It doesn't look like there's a wolf. Okay, I feel like the problem is there are sheep, but there's so many wolves, they're just killing all the sheep. Oh, there's a sheep. You thought you could hide. You really thought you could. But, surprise, news flash, you could not. How is it taking this much hits to kill one of these pigs? Come here. Come here. There. So we have one sheep. I don't want to go too far and get lost and then lose everything. I'm going to search around this corner. But what I was saying is, I think the problem with the sheep is there is so much wolves in this area that I keep seeing. They're just eating all the sheep, and there's never any sheep. But just look at that base. Look at that right there. That's just, it just looks cool. There's a sheep right there. I don't know how I'm gonna get to that guy. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna get to him. I really don't know. Alright. But I honestly think that is going to wrap things up for this episode. We have officially completed the second floor of our base. And in the next episode, we're going to be bringing the farm from this to pretty much taking up most of this space. And I think I want to honestly do an attempt at a double-decker farm. So make sure you like and subscribe so you do not miss that. But with all that being said, I truly hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did, make sure you leave a like. And again, subscribe to the channel, especially so you do not miss the next episode where we are going to be completely revamping the entire farm. But with all of that being said, thank you all very much for watching.